chance you can give any musician is to let him read a script. But even that doesn't really help, because it's the speed and tempo and the colour of the film which affects his composing.
I would listen to that song and I would imagine a car chase. Mm-hmm. So it's kind of where the idea started, is that this idea of marrying sort of car action and music together.
I'm in a room with Nick Roeg, who I adore as a director, and Stanley Myers, who I adored as a composer, and they're talking about the scene, and there's a real life problem. How are we going to score the scene?
Because it's a big machine, you know, like coming to the premiere, and I'm just, you know, the guy in the corner who did the music, and there's this entire thing happening around.
We wanted something that was electronic, but felt kind of organic, and it felt imperfect. We didn't want to make a crystal clear, clean, digital, too precise sounding record, or score, I guess, in this case.
Music to me is probably one of the most important parts of a film. It's like a cut. You couldn't do a film without a cut. But when you have a long shot and the cuts stop, that's when you notice how important the cuts were. Same thing with music. I think music really is at its loudest when the music finally stops. And music is everywhere. So why do we like music so much, and why does it work so well in films? Well, music is cross-modal, which means perception, that means the interaction of two or more senses. So what does that mean? Well, among other examples, sound affects sight, and sight affects sound, and hearing affects sight, and feeling affects hearing. That sort of thing. To give an example, we'll use this woman. Let's call her Cindy, for argument's sake. If you look at this photo of Cindy and you hear this music, she looks like she's having the time of her life. Is she on the dance floor? Of course she bloody is. But then if you look at that photo with this music, well, suddenly it's all gone tits up for Cindy. Looks like she's having the worst time of her life, bless her. The reason this is happening is because you don't just focus on one sense alone. For instance, if you were focusing on music, doesn't mean your eyes suddenly don't work. I mean, that would be dangerous. It would be like if you listen to music, you'd notice a guy running at you with a knife. I feel like Bohemian Rhapsody wouldn't be as fun if you're getting stabbed in the back. Jesus. Anyway, what you see affects how you feel, and it's the same with music, which is why I genuinely think music is so important to us. The brain doesn't look at one sense, it looks at many senses. For instance, if you saw a clip of a man who looked very happy, and you heard music that was sad, your brain wouldn't see this in black and white, it would sort of consolidate them rather than separate them, and sort of acknowledge all of it as one emotion. To show this, we'll use this clip of this man. For this argument's sake, we'll call him Simon. Now, if you play this song over Simon, it looks like he's about to cry on us, similarly to Cindy. However, if you play this song, it looks like instead of him about to cry, he understands, like the rest of us, how fucking annoying this song is. So what your brain is doing here is, as I said, consolidating rather than separating. So it's not seeing film as X and music as Y, but rather as Z. I think that works. And it's not just sight or sound that this works with. It works with every sense. So smell, touch. And I have a feeling that this is perhaps why people enjoy going to the cinema, because of the feeling of the reclining chair, the smell of cinema popcorn, rather than just normal popcorn. Anyway, we haven't talked about film. Now, I could show you another example of Cindy or Simon, but I think a really key person with film and music is Quentin Tarantino. Arguably some of the best examples of film and music have come from him. For instance, Reservoir Dogs and Stuck in the Middle with You, Django, from the film Django. The list goes on and on. And he makes some really good points about music in films. So take it away, Quentin.
It's a big part of what I do, and I think it's a big part of the fun of modern movies, of modern cinema. And when I say modern, I'm meaning to some degree starting with Rock Around the Clock played and Blackboard Jumping a little bit more normal, and now it's very normal, is to have modern pop songs in your films. And not only are they in them, like you kind of cut the scenes to them. When you do it right, and the music and the movie kind of goes in sync with each other for a sequence or so, it's just kind of like you're flying or you're skating or something. And those are always just like some of the funnest parts to watch with an audience because they're really engaged.
So there you have it. That's my take on how music can adapt, enhance, or even change the emotion of a film. My name's been Kieran Gemby. Cheerio, I suppose. See you later.
Hey, Paul! Ah! Try getting a reservation at Dorset now, you